It is definitely time for a channel chat. If you're interested to hear some updates, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène and welcome back, or if it's your first time here on HMM Makeup, welcome. I'm very happy to have you all. I am ready to give you an update on the channel, i.e. channel chat. There's a lot to catch up on, and I am looking forward to filling you in as much as I am willing or as much as I can. So let's get into it. Now this update is a little bit earlier than I had planned, but Nicole from Makeup Mixology was asking me if I was going to do an update. Specifically, I think she was mostly interested in how my no-buy was going. If you're not familiar with it, I had announced in the last channel chat, I'll put that last video here, that I was planning on doing a no-buy from 4/20 to Black Friday, which was exactly 200 days. And for the most part, I have kept to it with a couple of exceptions. And it's not a huge amount, so I'm not going to feel all that bad about it. But yeah, I have a couple of things to show you, but again, really not a whole lot. So I started on April 20th. And we are now, what are we today? We're Friday, June 25th. So we've got 2 months and 5 days since the start of the no-buy. And I have what is really three purchases, 3 small things that I picked up. And I really, really don't feel bad about at all. Like, at all. So let's go right through these. The first one that I picked up is this Sephora Favorites. I haven't really opened it actually, and it is 5, I think, products. Let me just open the package, and I'll explain why I picked it up. So it is a set of, I think, 5 samples and some other little things. So there is a perfume, the Valentino perfume. I did not pick this up for this. I didn't care. This next one I'm familiar with, which is Dr. Jart Tiger Grass Serum and then Tiger Grass Cream. Just nice to get some samples, but again, not why I picked it up. Some coupon savings, which again, not why I picked it up. And then another small one, which is the Sugar Strawberry Exfoliating Face Wash from Fresh. So nothing to write home about at this point, but the rest of what's in here is more interesting. So this whole thing was $13 Canadian, which makes each one of these, let's see, 3, 4, 5 products, $2.50 or $2.60 each. So I'm pretty happy about that. So this one is not something that I'm not familiar with, but I will definitely use, which is the Clinique Cream Moisture Surge Cream, which is good in the summer because it is not as creamy as the yellow cream. I don't remember what it's called, but it's a better option for summer, so that was good timing for that. And I don't tend to overstock on creams. And speaking of cream, I have been wanting to try this one. So these are all deluxe samples, by the way. This Belief True Cream Aqua Bomb. And it says increased hydration level. And I was planning on using this around my eyes. It says apply evenly to face and neck. And so it's not the eye cream, but it will be more emollient, I'm sure, than the Clinique Moisture Surge. And I should have shown you the inside of the Clinique. Woo! This is what the Belief cream looks like. And let me show you the Clinique cream. The Belief cream has quite a bit of scent to it. And there's the Clinique cream. The Clinique cream does not smell as strong as the Belief. The Belief is surprising to me how powerful of a smell it has. but it's been on my wish list to try for quite a while. And I'm never one to pay for samples, but a lot of these products I wanted to try. So the Belief was new. Like I said, the Moisture Surge is not. And there are 3 more products here. The Milk Kush Mascara I've never tried, so that was fine, but that is not why I picked up this whole set, although it's nice to try a new mascara. And the only other one, apart from the Clinique Moisture Surge, that I do know of is this Briogeo Don't Despair Repair deep conditioning mask. I never want to buy this. It's too expensive, but 30 ml for $2.60 seemed fine by me. It's going to last me a long time, which is great. And I virtually never buy hair products like this. So I tend to only get Briogeo when I can get deluxe samples, so that's fine. And then the reigning champion in this whole set was this product. You're going to laugh, but I've never owned it. I've owned dupes of it, but I've never owned it. And it is the NARS Orgasm. And let me just open up. It's tiny. It's 1.5 grams or something. 1.2 grams, not even 1.5. It's in the usual NARS packaging. And the birthday gift this year, which I'm getting in September, is the Laguna bronzer, I think, with a lip balm. So I am looking forward to, whoops, there was a little plastic protector. I am looking forward to using this blush with the Laguna to see what the whole deal is about. Like I said, I've had some dupes of the NARS Orgasm, but I've never had the real deal. So it was a real interest to me for $2.60 to finally be able to understand what this blush is like compared to the dupes that I have. I have the Milani Luminoso and I have the Joe Fresh Peach Dream blush, and I will be doing a comparison of them with this one just because I'm really curious and I feel like I should know this. I mean, this has been iconic for ages, and I can't believe it took this long for me to try it out. So 5 deluxe samples plus 3 additional samples. I'm fine with it. I just can't feel bad about it at all. I just don't. I don't. So there was this, and I ordered one more thing along with those samples, and that was this My Way perfume. And it's a perfume that I have purchased. It's been on my wish list for a really long time. And I decided to purchase it to mark a significant life event that has happened. It's not one that I want to share at this point, but it was, I'm going to say it was definitely a coping purchase. And I just don't feel bad about it. So the Hello sample pack was $13 Canadian. This was $38 Canadian, and it's 10 ml. It's not a whole lot, but I didn't want to go for a ridiculous size bottle that I'll never get through. It's kind of a travel container. And what I think I would do is use the reusable, refillable bottle. No. The bottle refill that is available, that is more environmentally friendly, and just refill this. But this is a scent that I have had in my sights for quite a while. Quite a while. I've been getting whatever samples I've been able to, and finally just, based on the life event, significant life event that occurred, I wanted to mark it, and this is what I chose. And again, I'll never forget this. So yeah, it just seemed to makes sense. So I did. And along with the My Way and the Hello package, whatever you want to call it, there were a couple of perfumes I was able to get. I got the Perfect from Marc Jacobs and the Seville Orange perfume oil from Nest. Apparently perfumes are, plus the Valentino, I'm all perfumed up apparently. And then I decided to bite the bullet and get myself the Lash Freak from Urban Decay, which enabled me to give away 4 deluxe samples of this mascara to friends. A couple of them went to Steph. If you haven't seen that package that I put together for Steph, I'll put it right there for you. Actually, I'll put what I sent her and why, and I will also put her video of unpacking the gift that I sent her way. And what I decided to do was to release those deluxe samples, 4 of them, which was the equivalent of this, and just finally get myself the full size. And it looks like this. Chartreuse is my favorite color and is an amazing color of tube. And I have wanted this for over a year and just decided to get it because it came on for half price on the Urban Decay site, and it just made sense for me to do that. And along with the Lash Freak, I did get the usual because I'm a member of Urban Decay. I got 3 samples, so I got the Primer Potion sample, the All Nighter Setting Spray sample, and one that I'm super, super excited about is the Back Talk sample. Back Talk is in my top 3 of colors for Urban Decay lipsticks. The other 2 are 1993 and Bobby Dazzle, if you are curious. Those are my favorite lipsticks from the brand. If I can just get this lipstick out, there we go. And it's a very, very mini, but it's going to tide me over for a long time for enjoying the Back Talk lipstick. So that is what that looks like. So I felt pretty lucky to get the mascara and then also to get the deluxe sample because they had Back Talk available the full size for I think $11. But no, this deluxe sample is going to last me a long time. Now, I have had a bad situation happen. I have a Pan That Palette update. If you want to see that update, I will put it right here. In a previous video to the Pan That Palette update, I ended up wanting to show my Pan That Palette and something happened. And a lot of it went bye-bye. And of course, the majority of the ones that went bye-bye were matte shadows, which are my favorite type of shadows when it comes to neutrals. So I lost over half of what was in my Pan That palette. That was very, very painful. And I ended up with an amazing opportunity, and it just was like, it felt like an omen. And I completely, for all of these, frankly, I'm completely unapologetic. I really am. So here my palette goes, right? All these mattes that are perfect, gone. And I ended up having the opportunity on Sephora Canada to get this original Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette. This palette is usually $55 Canadian, and I got it for $17. I'm not kidding, I got it for $17. And the vast majority of the mattes in here, actually all the mattes in here, are replacing the mattes that ended up all over my floor in this room. So the whole top row, all of these are shades that I lost. All of these. This is a bit too yellow, but all of them are pretty dang close. And there were no shimmers really in the palette. This one is a similar shimmer to the highlights that I have left in the palette. And then these are two colors that I didn't have in my Smashbox Matte Exposure. But that whole top row is, it took the pain away from everything that I lost in my Pan That palette. So I feel really grateful to have a replacement of 7 mattes that can be my grab-and-go neutral palette that again can complement my Pan That palette, but I'm just happy to have a lot of these mattes that I lost. So I'm, as in a good quantity of the mattes that I lost, and there's quite a bit in here. There are 1.8 grams in each one of these pans, and I'm really happy for $17 to have replaced what I lost just in the last couple weeks. That it was really painful, and you could call it an impulse buy, whatever you like, but $17 instead of $55 to replace mattes that ended up being destroyed. I can't feel bad about it. I lost the shadows. I can't feel bad about it. I'll show you what's left of my Pan That palette, just so that you can see a little bit, if you haven't seen the other videos, what I'm talking about. All of these were mattes, all of them, and as you can tell, I'm left with call it 5 pans of the mattes that were in here. So yeah, that's basically in essence what I was replacing, and there are no, apart from this one shadow here, which you could even argue not really, but a warm shadow. The rest are pretty cool. This is a little bit warm, but yeah, there's a lot gone out of here. So that's it. There's not a whole lot. When it comes to full-size products, I only have 2. And then the mini of the perfume, and the rest are sample products. So as far as my no buy, it's obviously not been a no buy for the last couple months. Given what's been going on in my life, I'm shocked, because retail therapy is pretty big for me when life goes down the crapshoot. And to say one palette, a mascara, and a travel size perfume, plus 5 samples for $13, I don't think that I don't think I did badly. I think that I filled and emptied my cart at Sephora and about 10 different online indie retailers. I'm not joking. A total of, across the board, 50 times, and that might be conservative. And the only damage I did was this. I'm really okay with it. Let me just tally it up and let you know how much I spent total. I spent a total of $85.50 since that channel chat. $85.50. And like I said, I don't feel bad about it at all. $42.25 per month, I guess. Am I happy that I spent the money? Well, actually, I have to say, for the perfume, the mascara, and the palette, actually, I really am. I am. I don't feel bad about it. Do I want to do a better job over the remaining months? Do I want to not do any more of this? Yep. I'm also really happy that this is the only purchasing of stuff that I've done. I haven't gone for any clothing or electronics or music or anything, really. Nothing. The only thing I've done is grocery shopping. And even then, when I was in the grocery store going, okay, do I need this? You know, to make sure that I wasn't purchasing anything that was not something that I would use short term, or that I would not use short term. I refilled on the basics, like I refilled a hairspray. What else? I'm just looking on my counter. I got another body butter because I was running low on my Soap and Glory. I got myself another 2 bottles because they're always cheaper, 2 for 1, of Infusium. Yeah, that's it. But those are staples that I buy and need to replenish on a regular basis. So again, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Now, you may not agree. You may decide that a no buy is just a no buy, but given what's going on right now, the amount of change that I'm going through right now, I really think I rocked it. So yeah, plans for the rest of the summer. How about we do that? So June 25th, we are kind of halfway, not quite, we're getting into the high point of the summer. I'm going to say I'm not expecting to make any purchases at all for the rest of the summer. I had taken care of my birthday present before the start of the no buy because I didn't want to penalize myself during the no buy, so I've taken care of that, and that I will reveal in September. And so I don't have a need, and man, there were some amazing deals that became available, and there were some collabs that became available that I just said no to, I passed up on. There's another one, Teresa's Dead just announced her collaboration with Lethal, and I'm going to have to skip that. There was an amazing deal on Woma Beauty for the, what's that movie, Welcome to America, or Back to America, the Eddie Murphy movie. And that, I skipped on that. Lots of times I filled my cart, emptied it. Like I said, it must have been 50 times over the last couple months. And yeah, for what it is that I did, I'm actually really impressed. I just refuse to call it a failure. I just refuse. So anyway, that is me. That is my update. You can call me delusional. I don't care. I really don't. And we'll just see how the rest of the summer goes. Yeah, let me know what you think, and we'll go from there. And as far as the particulars of what's going on, I think that I'm going to leave it for now. And when I'm ready, I'll talk to you about a whole lot of stuff, and some of the stuff hopefully by then will be sorted out, and I'll be able to give you more info, or at least some info. I know it's cryptic, but it's personal. So that's that. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, as always, take care.